Hey everybody, welcome to Carrie's Garage. And on this episode, it's time to get the engine in the bug, or at least that's the plan. So we got the engine all together, pretty much all the shrouds are there. I've got a couple of pieces I still need to find, but it won't stop us from putting the engine in the car. So it's up in the air, got a new shroud seal installed, got some stuff cleaned up, and let's see if we can get it put in. Well, we're on to day 2 with the bug. We ended up getting a really bad storm when I was finishing up the engine install on the bug, and I didn't want the Bentley sitting outside. Plus, my camera decided to die, so the last half of the footage of installing the engine got cut off. But we'll take a look. The engine's all together. I've got a few things to button up, and then a friend of mine's going to come down. We're going to bleed the brakes, and hopefully we can get it started today, or at least that's the plan. So we got the bug back in the garage. Here's the engine all put together. So let me put this back piece of tin in. I took it out to hook a couple of things up. Need to adjust the valves, set the timing, and put the plug wires on. I forgot to adjust the valves when it was on my workbench. So go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna bleed the brakes and see if it will fire up. It's filled with oil. So let's go ahead and get those valves adjusted and go from there. So to adjust the valves on this engine, I went ahead and turned the engine over so we're on the compression stroke. So neither the intake nor the exhaust valve are on the lobe of the cam, so they're free. I loosened them up a little bit, so there is a gap. Then we take our feeler gauge and we put it right here, and then what we'll do is we'll tighten this till there's just a little bit of tension on this guy, and then we'll lock the lock nut down and they'll be good, and then we'll do that on all 4. All right, got all the valves set. Got the distributor clocked at the right area. So this is number 1. Already got that set. So firing order right here, Zunvogel 1432. So we got 1. Go ahead and put 4, and then 3, and then 2. Go ahead and put the coil on there. And all right, now so you put a battery in it. My fuel line is completely messed up from the front to the back, so I need to figure out what to do about that. So we'll probably just hook a gas can back here for now and just run it and see if we can get it going. All right, we got the bug off the jack stands. Got it pushed outside. I do have a battery put in it, so what I want to do is I want to crank it over for a little bit without any gas or anything, just to build some oil pressure, make sure everything sounds okay. And then I gotta verify a little bit of wiring under here to make sure I'm getting a positive lead to the distributor, and the shut-off valve for the carburetor. So let's go ahead and crank it up. Okay, it is in neutral. Don't have any lights on the dash. I have to figure that out. And it's cranking over. All right, doesn't sound too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the key. Let's go back here and verify a few things. All right, let's find a good ground. There's a ground point right here. Let's see if it wants to stay. Let's verify one of these should be positive. Yep, positive, so we're good there. All right, so got power there. Trying to remember, this bar right here is not power. There's that. So I just need to put a jump wire to this solenoid here. Not sure what this guy goes to. We'll have to figure that out. Okay, we have it a little ghetto rigged right now. Just got it fuel pump into a gas can since I can't hook up the fuel tank right now. Check the electrical. We've got power going to the coil. Let's see if it'll feed some gas and start up. Might need to feed a little bit down the carburetor. Okay, I did pour a little bit of gas down the carburetor just to give it something to try and light off with. All right, nothing yet. I didn't quite set the timing perfectly, so we'll go ahead and mess around with it and see if we can't get it to do something. Oh. It is trying to do something, so let's tweak the timing a little bit more. See if we can get the choke to stay closed. Let me give it some throttle while I do this. Not quite. It definitely wants to. It is close. We are definitely close, that is for sure. See if we're getting any fuel. Yep, it's definitely spraying. Gotta find that magic touch. Not having the choke closing is definitely not helping us for sure. All right, let's also go ahead and screw out the idle screw a little bit, see if that helps. I didn't really make any adjustments. It's close. We're almost there. All right, we did some fettling with it. Let's see. Still not quite there, but it's definitely getting there. It's definitely a good start, that's for sure. I got it running at least enough to be able to see if it'll move under its own power. It doesn't want to idle really, so I'm gonna need to mess around with that. So let's go ahead and start it up and see if it'll go. Looks like my alternator is not quite charging, so we're in gear. Hey, look at that. And it stalled. That's cool. Well, we're driving the bug. Well, I'd say that about wraps it up for this episode. We got a lot done. Got the engine in, got it to run, even took it for a quick little spin up and down my road, which was pretty awesome. Still need to do some fine tuning to it, and the brake master cylinder doesn't really seem to be working. Only half the brakes were bleeding, so I need to replace that. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.